What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we're going to be doing another pack opening, but of course, another obscure pack opening. This is a Walmart pack. You know, we've checked out the dollar store, we've checked out the Dollar Tree. We got those Walmart packs in today. Now these come with 15 cards, it says. One foil card, one rare card. I don't know if that means the foil card is the rare card. I don't know. I don't know what that means. All I know is that obviously these are repackaged. If you see right here, the collectible products in this package have been purchased directly from the manufacturer or purchased from a secondary market and repackaged for retail sales by the Michael Jackson Holding Company, LLC. And, you know, and then it goes on, obviously. So they're repackaged. So there's a good chance we're not going to find any gems in here, but you never know. Just like the dollar store packs, there could be something that was thrown in here before it got some tech and got better and is worth more now. They could have made an accident and threw something in there that's worth some money. So of course we got 5 of these bad boys here today. I believe they're like $4 or $5 each, and we're gonna check out what we can get from them. Overall, it already seems like the dollar store packs have a better deal if you can get those like 40 cards for like the same price, maybe even a little less. Let's pop her open. Obviously, there's no real good way to do this. You just got to kind of get in there. Oh. Now, I have no idea if the rare card's at the front or the back. I don't know if the Aqua Madure, I don't know if that's our rare card or what's good. I don't know if there would be more than one. Always, of course, let me know if you see something that's crazy or if you have some lore drops or if you think it's just a nice techie card. So far, I've not seen too much. Dirty little earwig card. That's some weird cards. weird effects on the Dark Eye Nightmare here. If you see anything that's worth some money, also let me know. Scapegoat, already a half decent pull. Don't know if it's worth too much, but it's useful. It's useful. We got a couple skills here for speed duels. This one's also a field spell. Haven't ripped too much speed duels. I think I have like a couple decks that I picked up way back when they like first came out. Don't know if they're worth anything. Yeah, that's some weird techie little plays. The Dark Lawn. Like I said, if you see anything that's worth, some cash, even a little bit, let me know. I'm not the best up on prices, especially if it's something, like these like one-off cards that you're not going to see like ever. Some weird S4 stuff. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So that's the first one, you know what I mean? It doesn't look too bad. There was obviously like the Scapegoat in there and stuff. We'll pop open the second one. If you play speed duels, you might have got some cool skills out of there. It is nice that they throw in some speed duel stuff because I feel like there's not a lot of options for, hitting those random packs. Not a lot of stores will be carrying speed duel like too often these days. Alright, so we'll move the front card to the back. Pulled her out without looking here, because I assume that that's the rare card that it's talking about, or foil card. Because I don't know what else. I think all we had was the Aqua Madure. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with the one rare, one foil. Zumi Hanabe. I don't know if this is. It's got some dice plays or something. Take 2,000 damage if you do some stuff. Weird little card. Fernity Conjurer. Classic. Weird little Tri-Brigade Link monster. Could be some G stuff, I guess, if you're running beasts or beast warriors or winged beasts. Weird. This card's getting, it's got some weird little plays. Ghost Trick card, it looks like. That's some weird little plays there. That could be crafty if you got a lot of level 1s. Some for higher tech. What? I think we had that guy already. Yeah. Virtual world stuff. Ooh, Penguin Brave. You know, I want to make that penguin deck. I think I've mentioned that in a couple videos. So he's got some weird little plays to bring out some penguin stuff. Ooh, drop the Marine Infest Sea Star. No doubt. Cross debug. I haven't messed with the Cyburst monsters too much. Let me know if you know a lot about Cyburst stuff. Drop some lore. That's when I kind of got out of Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit, when the Cyburst stuff started hitting. But I'm back in, you know what I mean, learning it. Oh, yeah, that's a good, the Torrential Tribute tech. That's kind of cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then I guess this is our rare foil card. He's looking pretty G. Move on to the third one. Trying to open it without seeing it, but also making sure the pack is actually open. Pull her out. So that did work last time. We'll move the first card to the front here. Performal Pal Call. Seems like some good tech for them. Seems like some good tech. Ooh, that seems like it could be some good XZ stuff. You know, you could shift up some stuff on the field. Didn't even see Pendulum Shift. That was just a good little transition. Kind of weird, kind of weird. Stellar Knight Capella. No doubt. Believe I've seen this guy before. Weird little go tech or whatever. Performal Pal. That's some other stuff, you know, I never really got into. If you rock Performal Pals, let me know what you're rocking. Let me know it's good. Beetlejuice Stellar Knight. He's looking pretty good. Block Spider. You know, of course, Block Dragon, Block Golem. All those guys are all pretty good. This one's like the weirdest one of them all, but, you know, you can still tech off a little bit with them. Lindblom. Pretty decent, pretty decent. A lot of Stellar Knight, like random cards here. I don't know if any of these are actually good. I've never run Stellar Knights or like paid attention to what they do. Formal Pal Tech. Super Heavy Samurai. Soulbreaker Armor. Sorry, was reading the effect there and just taking it in a bit. Fenrir Sword. Don't know if that's inherently useful or not. That seems kind of weird. Infusion Gate. Oh, that's a rare foil. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Nice little pull on the Fusion Gate. I'm happy with that. It's a classic. Heading into the fourth pack. Pull it right here. Move that front card into the back. Overlay Owl. That's kind of weird. That's some tech, you know, you could go into to maybe if you're running Wind Monsters or Wing Beast, you can get this guy out and you know your opponent's running some XEs. Real situational, but you never know. Some of these cards, you know, I just not going to read too hardcore. So you can attribute that to gain some crazy life points on that one. Oh, nice, nice. This is almost like a Gores a little bit. So that's kind of a weird card. You know, you could do some stuff with him. Speed Burst Dragon. Oh, we got some more Speed Duel stuff here. That M Warrior #1. I think it's like a classic Joey card. I don't know if any of these skills are popping. Ooh, a little Wind Witch action. You know, I got the Wind Witch Clown deck going, so you never know when some tech comes in. Blizzard Bell, you know. He's pretty G. Giga Thunder Gyclops, something like that. This card specials in there. Oh, okay, okay. Seems like some pretty specific searching, which is not too bad on this World Soul Carbon. I don't know what World Soul is. Oh, Mecha Bunny. The best burn card in the world. Can't beat Mecha Bunny. He's just too good. He loves it. Love it. You know? Goki Moon Salt. Oh, this guy looks pretty weird. Looks like you can do some weird tech with him. He's almost like a crane, but for like weird specific monsters. Cross Debug. Oh, Dark Eye Nightmare. Oh, the Dreadmaster. The Dreadmaster. That's what we got on the last for our rare. Dreadmaster worth something, let me know. For all I know, there could be like a $10 card that I just pulled out, you know what I mean? Dreadmaster's worth $50 or something. Fusion Gate's just off the chain. It just went up in price like mad. Oh, sorry, we'll pull that out so you can see the unveiling here. Move that back card to the front. Finish up on this 5th pack. Rom Claudia. That's not too bad for some searching power. Cyber Pharos. Not too bad. Also not too bad. Oh, classic little Magician of Faith, you know, that's what's good. Used to be so powerful. Oh, Crane, I was talking about that. Crane's also pretty good. Mathematician. Did those come out of the same set? Oh, yeah, see, they did. I'm pretty sure they would have came out of the same set. Mind Mole. Not too bad. Debris Dragon also used to be pretty busted. Card Trooper. Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of these are coming from that same set. Card Trooper. Summoner Monk, you know. Tragodia. Not too bad. Launcher Commander. Stack Reviver. A lot of like Cybers. Yeah, Cybers Wizard. Boot Staggered. Wait, was Boot Staggered or rare? What was a rare out of that? I don't even think I saw a rare. Was there a rare there? Oh, I guess Cyber Pharos or whatever. I guess that was our rare pull. He wasn't even in the normal spot. They just threw him in the middle. I don't even know if that one was part of this one. I think it was. But damn. Like I said, let me know if you saw something that was worth some cash. We got a pretty fat stack here. believe it'd be about 75 cards. I didn't actually count them. They could have more or less cards than what they claim. But overall, you know, not too shabby. There were some pretty cool cards we saw in there, like the Tragodia, the Scapegoat, you know, some classic little backup. And if you want to see more of this, make sure to check out my other videos, you know, the Dollar Store one and the Dollar Tree one. And make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if you saw any cool cards, like I said. Hit that little notification bell so you know when new videos are coming. And thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we're coming at you with something special. I guess this is a bit of our 300 subscriber special. This will be part 1, I guess, because we got the King's Court box. We're going to do probably 12 of these packs for the first part and 12 in a second part, just to split it up a bit. But, you know, hopefully we can pull some of those sick, you know, Arcana kind of jokery, all that stuff. You know, this Joker's wild. He's wild, and obviously it's got those collector's rares. It's got those secret Pharaoh rare god cards that are just mint. So hopefully we can pull one of those. And possibly some other beautiful stuff. But we'll slice into her. Straight goods. This is the first actual box we've done on the channel. Like I said, kind of celebrating 300 subscribers, you know. And hopefully, you know, maybe around 500, we might do another one of these. Something similar. So we'll pop it open. I've never actually popped open a box before. I assume it's just kind of... I don't know how you get that in there. Wait, oh, we did it. Maybe. Bam, look at that. That's pretty smexy. The packs, of course, you know, looking beautiful. So like I said, we will take half of these boys and set them aside. Let me just do a count here. 5, 6. I think we need one more here. Looks like 12 there. And then we will grab these. Make sure we got 12 here. Pretty sure we do. And we do indeed. So we'll take, I don't know, I guess we'll go with the right side. And stick with that. Maybe have this off to the side here. And we'll bust open into them, you know what I mean? Let's see what we got. Happy 300 subs for the boys. Hopefully, like I said, we can pull some crazy collector's rares. You know, I know that rivalry of the Warlords is worth a pretty penny. But also, you know, just any of the kind of knight stuff I'm down for. We got Zolga the Prophet. Pretty G. Let's see if we can make a little pile here somewhere. Zolga the Prophet. An unexpected die, which is great. Great little card for the deck if I do go and make it. A Wicked God. You know, we got the Wicked Eraser here. You know, I love me the Wicked Gods. Did a deck profile on them. ZW Tornado Bringer. Pretty legit. Dowsing Fusion. Another one. The Wicked Dreadroot. And Thunder Speed Summon, which I don't believe is worth anything too much, but it still runs with the Jack's Knight and Queen's Knight, King's Knight stuff, you know. So a cool card nonetheless. Bust open this second one. Like I said, we'll definitely split this up into 2 parts, just to make it a bit more digestible for the boys. And that way, you know, you could maybe leave some comments on the first one, get hyped out about the second one. Cloud Castle, pretty decent. Number F0 Utopic Future. Number 39 Utopia. Eternal Bond. Oh, and we got a Queen's Knight, beautiful. You know, like I said, we do want to make that deck eventually. I don't know if we had enough Queen's Knights before or not, but Pendulum Xyz. And we got Crystal Girl. Another one that I don't think is worth too much out here, but, you know, like I said, it's about the love, it's about the enjoyment of the packs. Bust open into this next one. And, you know, do a quick thank you, you know, thanks to everyone, the 300 subscribers, and just to the viewers in general. who make it all possible. You know, make sure to check out our other series. We're having a time with that. Other than our pack openings, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY stuff, and pack openings, deck profiles, all that good stuff. Pendulum Transfer. ZW Eagle Claw. Oh, taking the camera with me. We got that King's Knight. Number 39, Utopia. Wind Up Arsenal, Zenmayo. Infinite Cards. And Burning Soul. Another one that I don't think is worth too much for the boys, but once again, it's about the love, it's about the fun of it. Hopefully we can pull some of those classic-y cards, you know, the Joker's Knight, obviously. The Arcana Triumph Joker, stuff like that. Hopefully we can get a couple of those. Maybe the Imperial Bower. Golden Eyes Idol. We see this guy all the time in dollar store packs. We actually see a lot of pulls from these. ZW Ultimate Shield. We got the Rescue Rabbit, a great card, you know, for some decks. For lots of different decks. The Wicked Dreadroot. Gotta love the Wicked Gods. Constellar Potamoli. Potlemy. Crazy. Stardust Zeo Long. And Face Card Fusion. It's actually a pretty decent little pull. Not too sure if it's worth much of anything, but a decent pull nonetheless. Bust open another one for the babies. Give these cards a little, maybe a little sniff for good luck. You know, a little, oh, smells like 52 card pickup. I don't know, it's something, you know, poker. Something with face cards. Eternal Bond. I think we see a warrior returning alive there. Not too bad of a card. Obviously, Reinforcements of the Army, the card that I can usually never remember the name of, is a bit better. Majestic Dragon. Yeah, you gotta love this set. It's got a lot of those knight stuff, obviously, but then a lot of weird things like Tindangled the Holes, which is just such a weird one. Cloud Castle. Ooh. Converging Wishes. And Hyper Galaxy. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Like I said, I don't know 100% on the Hyper Galaxy, but it could be worth a little bit for the boys. I think it might be up there. Could be $5-10. So that's a decent little pull there. Slice open into the next one. Slice it good. Gravekeeper Spy. See, I think that's another just weird one. Like, I don't know if there's a lot of Gravekeepers in here. Reinforcement of the Army. We will keep that Hyper Galaxy kind of below, I guess. Reinforcement of the Army. Ties of the Brethren. Oh, we got the last one. The Wicked Avatar. Quite arguably one of the best. If you haven't seen the Wicked God deck profile, make sure you check that out. Or just check, though, the Wicked Gods out in general. Utopia Ray. Rivalry of the Warlords, but not, you know, not Collectors or Ultra. And then White Rose Cloister. Kind of hurting. Kind of hurting. I'm like, I don't think that's worth anything. We'll fly into this next one. Let me know, do you save your packs? Do you like take your time, kind of, I don't know if there's really, I think some people just kind of, you know, keep them as a keepsake or, you know, to do whatever with. But I usually just kind of rip them open. Let me know your opinion. We get another Rescue Rabbit. We'll take it. Kana Extra Joker. We'll take him, you know what I'm saying? We need him for that deck. Constellar, whatever. Another, oh my god, look at him, look at him. I saw both of them, the Wicked Eraser. And then, behind the crappy Golden Idol, Magnet Induction. I don't know if this is worth anything or not gonna lie. But we'll see. Let me know if there's anything I did miss. Oh, of course, let me know. Or any weird misprints I may have skipped over. Defective cards. You know, sometimes I don't see them when I'm filming the videos. We're down to our, I think, our last 5 years, or last 5th one. Number 39, Utopia. Eternal Bond. Queen's Knight. Again, pretty decent. Pendulum XZs. Golden Eyes Idol. Hurting. ZW Ultimate Shield. Ooh, and a Joker straight. Pretty good to pull. I'm not sure 100% if it's worth money, but I think it'd be close to like the $10 range, I believe. So Hyper Galaxy and Joker straight, probably 20 bucks in cards there. We'll move on. We got that ZW Ultimate Shield. I don't know if you saw that. Slicer open. Infinite cards. ZW Leo Arms. Hopefully we can strike big, get one of these boys, you know, collector's rare. Pendulum Transfer. The ZW Tornado Bringer. I don't know if ZW stuff really pops off. You gotta let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll check them out. And XZ's Hyper Cannon. Another one that I'm pretty sure isn't worth too much. Like I said, let me know if I'm missing out on something, but I'm pretty sure the Hyper Galaxy and the Joker straight is pretty close to what might be some pop and stuff. Not 100% on Hyper Galaxy, but I'm pretty sure on the Joker straight. might be worth something. The Wicked Avatar. Number C39 Utopia Ray. Rivalry of the Warlords. Arcana Knight Joker and Extra Joker. Some good pulls for the deck. ZW Leo Arms and number 49 Fortune Tune. Fortune Tune. Kind of cool. Buster open. Let's see. We got this pack and one more left. One more. Number FO Utopic Future. Another Queen's Knight. We're just pulling mad Queen's Knights. Just mad Queen's Knights. A Pot of Duality. Duality. It's duality. The Wicked Avatar. ZW Eagle Claw. Rescue Rabbit, and World Legacy Guard Dragon. Guard Dragon. Guard Dragon. Alright, we'll bust open to this last one. Like I said, let me know if anything is worth anything. I have no clue. I'm saying maybe that Joker straight Hyper Galaxy could be worth something. I'd say max 20 bucks maybe. See what we got. That Rescue Rabbit. Another Wicked Dreadroot. Stardust Z Along. Gravekeeper Spy. Go to Reinforcement of the Army. Keep her up here. Keep her up. Reinforcement of the Army. Ties of the Brethren. And Chow Fang Phantom of the Yang Zing. Pretty legit. Pretty legit. Like I said, I don't think we got anything too poppin', but let me know in the comments if I missed anything. I think Hyper Galaxy, Joker straight might be our only things that are maybe worth something. But the rest could be worth a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, let me know, and I'll be back with part 2 100% to finish off the other side. Sorry about that. But we'll be back with part 2 to finish off the other side of the King's Court. And, you know, like I said, thanks for the 300 subs. Hopefully we can take it all the way to 500, 1,000. You know, the road's infinite as long as we keep pushing it. Make sure to check out the other series. And, of course, we'll be back with part 2 of this, opening the rest of the packs. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today, we're here with another absolute channel classic. It is the Yu-Gi-Oh packs that I got at Walmart. Of course, these are resealed packs. You know, the cream of the crop, as they say. Not really, but 15 cards each, 1 foil, 1 rare. Definable, you know, questionable what their definition is. But we'll kind of slice into her. I didn't really plan this out, I'm not gonna lie. Probably could have ripped into it, but slicing into it is just fine. If this is your kind of videos, we also do dollar store packs, Dollar Tree packs. You know, we've done Value Village packs. You know, thrift store Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Absolute beautiful stuff. We'll see what we got here. Since there is a little bit less than our usual sauce, we'll probably take it a little slow, but Heavy Metal Foes Amalgam. Okay. As usual, we'll kind of have an interesting pile and non-interesting pile. Flower Dino. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Okay, I kind of feel that. Kai's of the Hidden Stars, a great Battle Guard piece. I don't know if you've seen my Battle Guard deck. Great sauce. We're gonna have an update coming for it soon. But this is one of those pieces in there. We do have a set of them for the deck. But if I'm cooking up a second one, you know, it is what it is. We'll have them there. Smoke Mosquito. Doll Monster Bear. Greasy. Greasy. Of course, if there's anything you see that has some value behind it, or, you know, anything interesting, let me know as we go. Anything that I miss here. Silvervine Senri. I know what some people like to do with these kind of videos is, like, point out what they think might be the, you know, the top valued card pulled out of the packs we get. Dinomorphia Sonic. And a lot of little dinosaur sauce here. DDD Headhunt. At least with these, we are getting a swap up from the dollar store packs, because we have been getting a good influx of the same stuff. You know, different stuff here and there, but a lot of the, you'll see a lot of flip throws and stuff like that. Ooh, Tribe Drive. Very nice, very nice. Not super amazing, but, you know, it is pretty cool. Well, interesting pile of that, I think for sure. Branded Disciple. We see a lot of sauce like this constantly. Oh my god, the Yanni Mibaru Soul Sweeper. We can't escape him. He's in the dollar store packs. He's in these packs. He's in every pack. Terrible. Not terrible, but not amazing. Definitely not great. Sea Koala is actually kind of cool. I do want to make like a koala deck. Something I want to cook up for sure. And I think that was the literal intention with this. I think this is one of those like bonus pieces you get in like the speed duel boxes to slowly make that koala deck. But it is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Maple Maiden. Absolute, you know, you see her in these packs once in a while, but I actually have like 15 copies of this card because it is probably my favorite synchro. Just it started with the clown deck. I found that this fit in with like the Wind Witch clown sauce, and I loved it. And we just started, you know, running it from there. One of my favorites for sure. It's up there, one of my top favorite extra deck monsters, and we see it quite often, which I like. Dinomorphia Diplos. It is that level 7, so, you know, it is pretty generic in terms of level. Submarine Tour Ride. It's kind of cool. I have some potential for this, I think. And Shining Peacephilia, Peaceophila. I don't know how you actually say it, but I do like this card. It was in one of our top 10s. It's just a nice little rock stall piece. Well, interesting pile that for sure. Like I said, if there's anything you see that has some value, or, you know, maybe a little bit of sauce, maybe you whoop someone's butt with it back in like 2006 or something, you know, anything with a story, you know, maybe a little card trivia, let me know. As well as value, of course, but the facts are, you know, the stuff I like. Magicist Theurgy. Let me know how you feel about these packs too. I know some people are very against them. Some people are very into them. Super armored robot armed black iron C. Very, very cool. I like this guy's sauce. Not like a super pop off piece, but it is decent. It is a nice little piece. And there is some insect decks that kind of work with the sauce that it's going for. Shiranui Sword Saga. Kind of cool, kind of meh. I'm almost thinking clown deck stuff, like when I was looking at it, just because it can change battle position. Could be like some alternate clown tech. I don't know what exactly you'd use to summon it, but Starry Night Seal. Kind of cool. I do want to make a Starry Night deck. It's one of like the 90 decks I have in progress, which isn't even like a joke. Steel Ogre Grotto #2. Absolute classic. Absolute classic. Is he going in the interesting pile? No, but absolute classic. Soul Tiger. Pretty classic as well. Nice little defense piece. S-Force Professor. Digamma. I have a lot of like random S-Force sauce. I do not know what the deck is about or if it's that good. I think I've said that before. Maybe even someone replied and I read it and have forgotten. But it's a meh. It's a meh to me. I don't know. Maybe S-Force deck someday, or if it's got some real cool looking hype. Scapegoat, I'll absolutely take. Kind of slow, but, you know, can be a great little piece. Can be a great little piece in terms of stall or just numbers. Super Heavy Samurai Blowtorch. Another deck I do want to make. Super Heavy Samurai Sauce. Kind of saucy. I don't know. Well, interesting pile. Interesting pile for sure. Stellar Knight Vaga. I don't think I have any like Teller Knight stuff going on. Penn and Teller Knight. Salomon Great Wolvie. Is there any like cool Salomon Great sauce that I could throw in the Royd deck? I don't know if you've seen my Royd deck, but very, very nice. That is actually a good card too. Salomon Great Wolvie. Stygian Street Patrol. I believe this is the card. Let me see. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. There's a card from your graveyard. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember. But for the Duke Devlin deck, I know it's got Fiends and stuff in there, but I feel like, I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm going to interesting pilot. Sagi the Dark Clown. We're absolutely going to interesting pile. It's like a classic Sagi. He's looking good. Looking good. Destiny Hero Dark Angel. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Destiny Hero sauce. Never really got too into, but it looked cool when I was younger, I guess. Fire Formation Tenkin. Kind of cool. And Dark City Speed Duel Edition. You can tell some of these definitely came from like the same Speed Duel box, 100%. All right, busting into this last one. It's always kind of difficult here. I'm like, I want to get the open on camera, so you know I'm being legit with these Walmart Yu-Gi-Oh packs. I'm not slipping anything in in case they pull something crazy. Oh, we got a nice King's Knight, even though I have like 20 copies of this, but nice in general. Not gonna interesting pilot. Gizmek Inaba, their Gizmek deck is pretty good. I don't know if we need more of these in there, but I'm going to interesting pilot just in case. Magic-y Battle. Is what it is. Not much to say, no comment. Judgment of the Branded. I see. Gunkansu Ship Shiryu. We have a lot of Gunkansu Ship sauce. I do want to do an update of the deck soon, but until then, we'll just extra sauce that. I'm pretty sure we have 3 copies of it, but Dark Angel again. Butter Trooper. I don't know why, I saw a butterfly on there and I said Butter Trooper. Bee Trooper Flying Sting, the old Beet Roopers. I know I've made some people mad just by saying Beet Rooper. It's a joke, it's a joke. They're not actually called Beet Roopers, I don't think that. Settle down. When your opponent activates the monster physically controlling activation. Kind of saucy. I don't remember if I have 3 of these or not. Kind of kicking. But we'll throw it in an interesting pile. We have done a Bee Trooper deck before. Update on it maybe soon, possibly. Kind of cool. I kind of like it. Chronomaly Esperzania Glyph. I know some people question why I just sit here silently. It's me reading and, you know, thinking what decks I could fit into. What kind of sauce I could use this crap in. Amaze Attraction, Viking Vortex. Kind of cool. I don't really mess with Amazement sauce currently. But it is what it is. Spriggan's Interluder. Also kind of cool. I know we have like so many copies of Gunkin Suship Daily Special. 100% we do. So we're going to non-interesting it, but note it's in my heart. Jar of Generosity. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. I'm sure there's some sauce for this. Like usefulness for this card. I just kind of like it in general. Magic Key Unlocking. Amaze Attraction, Wonder Wheel, which we've definitely seen in the Dollar Tree packs, I believe. And Warrock Generations. I don't think I have this card. Maybe I do, but cool. We are working as well on a Warrock deck. I'm telling you, I got like 2 boxes just full of like half-built decks that just need some pieces. But we will run through the interesting pile. Like I said, if there's anything you think I missed that has some value or is interesting or is inherently useful, you know, let me know. But we'll just kind of do a visual run through. I'll read them all off. Magi the Dark Clown's pretty good, and Saggy the Dark Clown, killing it. Stygian Street Rider or Patrol. I like half read the name and then just make something up, you know. Shanky's Philia Maple Maiden. Very, you know, decent little pieces. Not super crazy, but it is what it is. Obviously, this is the non-interesting pile, if I can pick it up. Just slide it. Is what it is, though. If you like these kind of videos, you know, we do them pretty often. Like I said, dollar store packs, Dollar Tree packs, all resealed stuff. You know, actual straight from Konami packs, non-repacked, resealed. But you know, all kinds of stuff, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY projects, you know, play mats, like this one that we've done, DIY, it's a legit play mat. You know, we do all kinds of stuff like that. So make sure to check out my other content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know, deck profiles, deck lists, deck updates as well. Make sure to hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Today we're here with another opening. We got the Legacy Bundle. This thing's pretty wacky. A nice little stack of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and items. So, of course, we're going to bust into it. I might have to take her off screen just because we are slightly limited on space just to pull out the sauce. But a good time to tell you to, you know, like and subscribe if you like the content and you like this video, and hit that little notification bell. So we got the sleeves right there. We'll take a look at those in a moment. Couple packs for the boys, and let me relinquish this last tin here. Pretty decent. We'll set that box to the side. And of course, we got the tin here. Now, we've done one of these tins before, the Dueling Heroes, but I don't believe we've done any of these packs. Tactical Masters, Power of the Elements, and Battle of Chaos. We'll have to check those out. I'm not sure what can come in those. Overall, though, pretty decent little bundle here. I'm loving the sleeves. Gotta hate when they give you a 50, but it is what it is. Can't bump it up, you know, 10 more. But they do look like some pretty pimp sleeves. Save them for a deck or something. We'll throw them to the side for now. And let's hit the packs first, because you know. Let's see here. So the Battle of Chaos, 9 cards. 2 of them are 9, one of them 7. It looks like. Let me know if you know if there's any crazy pulls you can get in these packs, Battle of Chaos, and or if any of this stuff's worth a decent amount, or if you see anything I miss. We got Leaf Place Palace, the Ghost Trick Shot, Eudora of Fate, Dirt and the Mechanical Monstrosity. A lot of, like, it's giving me, like, dollar store pack flashbacks. White Relic of Dogmatica, Dinomorphia Shell, Monster Rebirth. Literally a ton of dollar store related packs. This must be where they're pulling them from. We'll move on to this Tactical Masters pack. Like I said, of course, if you see anything I miss, let me know. You know, misprints, defective items. Of course, maybe if a card's there that shouldn't be there or something. This is the Tactical Masters. I believe this one has 7. So we got Quick Booster, Runic Smithing Storm, Urchfiend's Ghastly Glitch, Scapegoat, nothing wrong with that. Labyrinth Kuklock, Valiant's Voltage Viscount, and Senate Switch. Straight up dollar store pack feels here, that's for sure. That is for sure. Pop open the Power of the Elements, 9 cards. Once again, I have no idea what's in the I didn't do any research on the packs. I do know kind of what can come in the tin, just because we've done that before and stuff. Crosskeeper, Vanguard of the Underground Emperor, The Most Distant Deepest Depths, Maze Attraction Thrill Train, Venislift Corolla, Tier Limits Crime. Oh, a Moki Moki. Definitely throwing that Moki Moki to the side. I want to make a Moki Moki deck. That's the only card so far that we're like, yeah, we need that. The rest of this is feeling very dollar store packy though, which is quite ironic. Next, we'll bust open this this tin here. Let me quickly grab the box cutter of Destiny, the heart of the box cutter, and do a quick slice on her. So then we can bust her open. Gotta love this tin. It's got just so many classic monsters on there. Either classic like anime monsters or just classic monsters that are like decent. Ooh, for this bad boy, we pulled the Blackwing. Very decent, very decent. Not sure on the price on him, but I know it can't be too much. Put him to the side though. Put him with the Moki Moki Adrift. And then how many of these we got? 3, I believe. So the mega packs, very decent, very decent. We will run into these. I know there's a couple like buy steel cards that are worth some decent money. A couple cash tier cards. We'll see what we can pull out of here for shizzle. We got Brilliant Rose, Stars Align, Black Feather Whirlwind. Just kind of continue through them. Oh, Pit Knight early, I like. I'm feeling that. Nice Ice Jade card that we can definitely rock. Floowandereeze in the Advent of Adventure. Bi-Steel Magnemite. Ooh, a Ninjutsu Art of the Dancing Leaves. Very good, very good. I didn't know there was too much ninja stuff in here. Some decent little pulls, though. Like I said, I don't think we got anything worth too much. Most cards in this are like $1, $2. If they have any value at all. But like I said, there is a couple of those cash tier cards and like Bi-Steel, and I think like the Destructive Drama or whatever. Drama Karma or whatever. Digit Jamming. Oh, the Psychic Rover is a nice weird card. I remember he's very strange. Little Romancer Libromancer realized. I don't know why I had a stroke there. Some decent little ones, though. Oh, the Battle Ninja. Very nice. We will take that. We would definitely use that in the Ninja deck. Dinomorphia Frenzy. Runic Destruction. I'm not even going to try and say that. Scareclaw Lightheart. I believe might be worth a little bit. Ooh, we got the Tamias. The Tamias, boy. That's pretty sick. It's a sick little pull. One Zombie Reborn. And Zombie Reborn. Well, 2 out of 3. Pretty decent so far. Pretty decent. You gotta love at least stuff that comes with tins. Because, you know, I can store cards in here. And of course I have tons of cards. Help sort stuff. Store cards, you know. Collector-y item as well. Busting open this last pack, though. Let me know, do you open your packs and, like, kind of save them? You know what I mean? Like, save the pack wrapper, or do you just kind of decimate them like I do most of the time? Ice Jade support. Or Ice Jade stuff. Cucumber Horse is just such a beautiful, weird card. It's something I definitely want to run. For sure. Breath of Resurrection. Melfi Penny. Oh, this dude's a beautiful rock card. A beautiful little rock card. Gotta love him. Yamatako Orochi. Wandering Griffin Rider. Dinomorphia Domain. Ooh, this thing is very decent looking. More Scareclaw stuff. Scareclaw Decline. Rex Fright for Hire. Freight for Hire. So some decent little pulls. Like I said, I don't think anything worth too much. Probably nothing over like $1 or $2. But if I'm wrong, let me know. If you saw anything like defective, I always like to pull these out. They drive me insane. Did any of you, when you were like younger, kind of keep these, and this was like your kid deck box? You know what I mean? That's kind of what I would do when I was a kid. But overall, pretty decent. Like I said, the Legacy bundle. I guess this is both kind of a review / opening. Like I said, let me know if you saw anything cool from the packs opened. Gotta love the dope little Blackwing dude we pulled. Definitely be sick to make a Blackwing deck, throw him in there. Plus the little pack stuff did give me a lot of PTSD of dollar store packs. And the sleeves too are pretty decent. Gotta love the foiliness to them. They look pretty dope. Hopefully, like, they're well-sized and stuff, but they look decent, and I'll definitely use them up. I always need sleeves for deck profiles and such. Otherwise, if you like this, make sure to, you know, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. Make sure to check out my other videos. You know, I do pack openings and stuff like this quite often, as well as dollar store packs, which is one of the channel favorites. Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY projects, guides, all kinds of stuff like that. So like I said, make sure to check out all that stuff. We got lots of playlists for various content. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Today we're here with another Speed Duel box review. Now, of course, this is all predetermined stuff. That's why it's a bit of a review, I guess, rather than just your plain old opening. Review opening, I guess. And we have done one of these before, and it did pretty decently well in terms of views and stuff. So we're here to do it again, and of course, if you want to see more of these, leave a like, subscribe, you know, comment, tell me what you like about it. Of course, we'll bust her open. It is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel GX Midterm Destruction. Duel the Light. Just duel the light. 4 ready to play decks. And of course, we won't spoil what's in there, other than card art. But I mean, most of that stuff you could kind of usually tell from what it is. But we'll pop this open. Give me one moment. Now, you know, I do prefer the stuff that does come in, like, actual tins and stuff, but I think you could probably store some cards in this box. Haven't, like, done some size measurements, but anything you can usually store in is decent. It's kind of hurting when it's, like, the maximum Eldorado golds, you know what I mean? And they look cool, but you can't store anything in there. Ghost from the past, you know? Gotta love that iPhone box kind of smooth pull out. Oh, let's see what we got at the top here. Pretty nice. Look at that Mystical Space Typhoon. Pretty. Let's pop it open. Let's see if we can find the fold here, boys. Let's see what we get in this little little packet of love. Mystical Space Typhoon, looking beautiful. Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo. I think I killed that one. Miracle Fusion. And a Saskuritsu armor. Oh, she's beauty. That sends me back. I remember back in the days when this thing was just, you know, it was feared. It was feared, boys. Everyone was running it. So nice little stack there. In terms of, you know, speed duel stuff, I don't play too much, but I do like the premise just because not a lot of people play it, so you know what I mean? I was down for it in the beginning. Everyone kind of was. But we'll start with the Neosy side. And I assume there's 2 decks here. I don't know where the cutoff point would be. I guess we'll probably see it when we get there. But Elemental Hero Neos. So we got the Neos cards, obviously. Neos Alias. All very good, you know, for me, I'm building all kinds of decks, so it's good to have some backup stuff. Dandelion. Actually pretty decent pull. The White Dandelion. Nice card. Have not gotten my hands on those. Aqua Dolphin. Also pretty nasty, you know what I mean? There's some of these cards are just classic brokens. Dark Panther. Is the Dark Panther the one that, like, talks all fancy in the show? He's like, yo, like, you know, he's all smooth jazz, like, that's what's good. Grand Mole, another decent one. Good for the rock deck, you know, the dummy golem deck. Might need some more of these in there. It runs. Always take some letters. Generation Next, pretty cool. Contact Gate. Convert Contact. And Shuffle. Next. Hero Blast. Limit Reverse. And then I believe we're hitting the extra deck here. Aqua Neos. Glow Neos. Dark Neos. Grand Neos is not that bueno. Storm Neos. Just gotta hate on specifically him. Brave Neos. Ultimate Tyranno, you know what I mean? I think we're moving on to a dinosaur deck, I believe, now. Well, what's dude's name? You know, the guy that's all straight goods, with, like, he's got the troop, you know what I mean? I'm assuming it's his deck. Oh, this thing's beautiful. Used to always wanted to get into, dinosaurs when I was a kid. Not so much these days, but they look pretty cool. You know what I mean? I'm feeling them. This thing looks pretty wildin'. It's pretty wildin'. Giliosaurus is classic. Gillosaurus, whatever. Big evolution bell, dude. They're just on it. Look at them go for it. They're fiends. Yeah, obviously, dinosaur-y. I wish I could think of his name. What is his name? I should just check. I should just check, you know? Hold on. No cheating. Tyranno. See, I knew it was some dinosaur-y nonsense like that. I knew it was some dinosaur-y nonsense like that. You know, I lose my mind going through Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Dynatank, armed up. Okay. I think these are the bonus, some of the bonus pieces. You know what I mean? For usually they have like some extra stuff. I like the Moki. I want to make a Moki deck. If there's anything, of course, you want to see me make a deck out of, or, you know, like make an attempt at some speed duel, like actual speed duel decks, I'm down. I haven't been into the speed duel scene too much, but of course I love opening anything, really. But, you know, the speed duel stuff comes with a lot of classic essentials for some different decks. Plus, just a lot of fun stuff, you know, like the Moki. Arcana Force. We'll run through them. I know there's a couple. Arcana Force stuff can get pretty wacky. I'm not going to read off every single, you know what I mean, the Moon, the Light Ruler. They're obviously, like, what is it, like tarot cards or whatever? Yeah, tarot cards. Light Barrier. Oh, see, Cup of Ace. You know what I mean? Some of these cards, yeah, like you're obviously running speed duel, but I mean, they're so nice they can be splashed into a lot of decks. Reversal of Fate. Divine Wrath is one of my classic favorite cards. I still run this in tons of decks. Such a good card. It actually kicks, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, you got something popping that goes off once it's in the graveyard, or, you know, once you discard it or something. You can time it with a lot of, or kind of combo it with a lot of good pieces. Inverse Universe. Oh, dude, this guy's nuts. I know this guy. He's going in my rock deck 200%. You know what I mean? In the dummy thick deck. Dummy golem. 200% going in there. You gotta love all that kind of rock stuff. Flint Kragger. Some of these I am not too familiar with, but I'm loving. Shell Knight. Weathering Soldier. Oh, Revival Golem. I like him, but I also hate him. I got one of them in like my Master Duel deck. I don't know, I couldn't think of Master Duel. You can tell I'm just going dumb sometimes. Master Duel deck, and I use one of them, and I always pull him up, and I'm like, oh, I kind of hate him. Because I don't really have a use for him, but he's like, it's special summon this card, but, you know, which can be kind of good, but, or add it to hand, which is basically useless. But there is sometimes where it is useful, I don't know. Fossil Tusker. Ew. Not essential. Non-essential. You tell I'm real into the rock stuff. I'm just like, wait, what is going on here? What was going on here? Time Stream. Pretty cool. Pot of Avarice. You know what I mean? Ooh. Ooh. Refusion, good. Mystical Space Typhoon. I'll take a Foolish Burial. You know what I mean? Ooh. Drop the Sask. The Sasky. Release from Stone. Very strange. Kind of cool. Very strange. A lot of these cards definitely going to be splashed into some of the decks I got going and into new ones. You know, make sure to check out those deck profiles. The Fossil Dragon, you know what I mean? The Rock Fusions, I haven't really got into, but it's something definitely looking into and trying out. Fossil Fusion stuff, you know what I mean? And of course, some of the skills for the boys. Oh, you know what I mean? Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Gem. Good old Gem. Wise Man Neos. The Sartorius stuff. Hasselberry. That's, you know, old Blowski. Yeah, look at the Blowski's the best. If you know Blowski, I know over the Mogi Mogies. He's just, you know what's good with Blowski. KaibaHacksDartz with Kaiba in his downtime. He indeed does. So we've gone through all the cards. You know, we can check out the mat as well. We've come this far. And like I said, I think you could maybe store some cards in here. I don't know. There's a lot of empty space that seems to be taken up. Maybe you can't. It's literally just like a... Damn, I lied. I lied. You'd think there'd be a bit more to this. It's just an empty... You can't even get down there. As far as I can tell. Oh, well, there is... It's like a section. But I don't know how you'd even get it out. Weird. Very weird. You think they'd make that a little bit more easy, but... We'll pull out the mat here. Try and show it off. You know, we always struggle with this. Hold her up here. Try and get a decent shot of it for you. So, see, you know, you got all your boys, Jaden with the Neos, you know, Sartorius. With his I think the Arcana Force stuff, right? Looking pretty legit. It's actually not too shabby. And you gotta love the Speed Duel mats when they got like the Dirty Dan double up. I won't show off all the strats on the back, but you get the idea. You know, they always got the strategies and such. Like I said, you might be able to pop that out. I love it, you know, you gotta love the little artsy stuff. I want more Moki Mokis. Like, why is there, it's just one Moki Moki. That's actually cool. That's actually cool. Anyway, let me know what you like from this. Like I said, I could go off on some Speed Duel decks. It hasn't been my thing in a while. I just do like getting some of the boxes, going through them, you know, kind of reviewing them, which I think this box pops off. It's got a lot of Got a lot of cool options, and it was pretty cheap. I believe I got this one on Amazon. And you know what I mean? They look pretty dope. Pretty good little selection. Pretty good couple deck ideas to kind of work with and to just splash stuff in. You know, that dummy golem deck is probably getting an update now. And otherwise, I think it's a pretty good run through. Like I said, if you saw anything cool, or if there is anything of value from these Speed Duel box sets, of which I doubt there is anything hardcore, let me know. And, you know, make sure to check out my other stuff. You know, this is a kind of a once-in-a-while thing when I'm just kind of having fun looking through the Speed Duel stuff. But I do deck profiles, deck list, deck updates, whatever you like to call them. Yu-Gi-Oh! DIYs. Recently started a project where we're recreating dungeon dice monsters for cheap to make it accessible for everyone. Plus, we just got all kinds of other content coming up. So, make sure to check out that stuff. You know, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future stuff's coming out. And, otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Today, we're here with another starter deck, opening / review, and this is another Rush Duel starter deck. As you can see, we picked up the one of the other main boys in the, you know, the Rush Duel anime. I believe his name is Luke. And this is the starter deck Explosive Conquest Draggers. I believe similar to the last one we did with the Yugioh. It has a super parallel rare, obviously there, as well as a couple rares. And you know, we'll bust open into this. And of course, if you like this kind of video, especially us doing the Rush Duel stuff, even though we can't really read it, I do have some L translations here for us and such to maybe help us out. But we'll pop her open, and we'll take a look here and see what we got. I don't know if the mat is going to be different at all in terms of the actual like the front. Let's see here. Of course, it's always a little difficult to show you. If you can read Korean, I believe, you know, have yourself a time and a half. But it does look essentially the same. Maybe, I think the other one was red, which makes sense for, like, the deck box, you know. Not much to see, though. It's not like they're super arted up. At least these ones, I don't know, future starter decks / Rush Duel starter decks were done up a bit better. But we'll put that stuff to the side for now. And of course, you gotta love how they have like a little strip around the cards instead of like the soapbox packaging we get. Move this stuff to the side. And as you can see, we got the super parallel rare. And this is the Rush Dragon Draggers. Rush Dragon Draggers. Give me one moment. I can probably pull up what he does. Requirement, you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Effect this turn. This card can make a second attack during the battle phase. It destroyed a monster by battle. So I think that's a little, in terms of weird translation, but I think that's what it's saying is, if you, you'd send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and the effect, this turn you can make a second attack if you destroyed a monster by battle, which is pretty pimpin'. Of course, you know, level 7, that's super parallel rare. We will throw them in a sleeve in a moment. And then the 3 rares with the deck. We'll go through. I won't like list off every effect of every card, but we'll look at some of them. I believe right here, the Gravity Press Dragon, I think is what we got. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Let's see. Wait, give me a second here. Let me compare numbers. Yeah, the Gravity Press Dragon. Very cool, I guess. He's pressing gravity. Next we got, it looks like, Fire. No, I don't think this is Dragon Knight of Darkness, I believe. Hold on. 06. Twin Edge Dragon. Me just messing up names, trying to look at cards. It looks pretty cool, though. Like I said with the first one, I don't think there's any like retrains, I guess. Not retrains, but like reprints of actual Yu-Gi-Oh cards. These are all like Rush Duel exclusive-y things. And then this boy is, well, let's see here, it's 11. Give me a moment. think I'm looking at the right thing. Hold on. Dragonic Pressure, I believe, is what this card is called. What's it do? You know what? Let's check it out. Let's check her out indeed. Requirement: send 3 monsters dragon from your hand to the graveyard. Effect: destroy all monsters on the field. If a monster is destroyed by this effect, you can special summon 1 monster level 4 or lower dragon from your graveyard to your field in face-up defense position. Okay, so it's kind of a board wipe sauce, I guess. More of those boys. All the ones we got rares of, we'll set them to the side for now. What's very cool about these kind of decks, I don't know if they do these with like actual Yu-Gi-Oh, like main Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, OCG, but like they have obviously like 3 of basically every card. Like I think there's only 14 cards in the deck. So you know what I mean? It's pretty stocked up on the same card, so you can learn like an actual strategy comprehensively a bit. We got this this boy. I believe this is something something Fire Dragon. Hold on, let me look through the sauce here. He is number 3. That's the Fire Guardian. Fire Guardian. Obviously, you're not going to check him out because he's just card text, but cool times. Number 4 here, he looks pretty saucy. As you can see, it's kind of like classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Like he is 1600 attack, but he's only level 5, so there's definitely like a huge power down of a lot of these like first kind of run of Rush Duel cards. But this guy is Dragon Knight of Darkness. Pretty self-explanatory. He looks like a dragon, a knight. He's dark, it's dark. See what else we got here. This one is 05. That is Dragolite. Dragolite. Pretty cool. I don't know, maybe we'll check out text on like one of them, but obviously effects are where it's kind of at. Number 7 we got here is Dragon's Priestess. Looking pretty saucy with that 1100 attack, I guess. pretty G. Of course, you gotta love the newer card arts, and for cards that, you know, do exist in both Rush Duel and Yu-Gi-Oh, they either got like a newer kind of upgrade to their card art or like a different angle. So it is pretty cool when you get some of those at least. All of it's pretty cool, but these ones are 08. Dragon Bat, another pretty self-explanatory one. Takes you back to like regular days of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like if you just handed this card to someone, they'd be like, I don't know, like it's a dragon or a bat. You'd be like, ding, 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 you got it. Like, you know what I mean? Here we got 09. We'll see what this one's effect is. Why not? Why not? Phoenix Dragon. Requirement: you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect: add 1 monster level 5 or higher dragon from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so he's a bit of a monster reincarnation for dragons, I guess. Pretty saucy. Well, we get a little boy here. Lots of like little dragons and stuff. But of course, I think this is the kind of the Kaiba-y ideals. Let me know if you've seen the Rush Duel, you know, series. I can't watch it in Canada because, you know, they don't have it here yet, but in America they do. Palm-sized Drago, that's his name. Took me a second there, but that pretty much makes sense. He looks like a dragon, but almost like with like a wombat face or something. I don't know. Moving on. We got 012 here, it looks like. Pretty pimpin'. We're gonna move down. Fire Dragon's Heat Flash. Let's see what it does. We only got a few cards left. Might as well check it out. If you control a face-up dragon, effect: destroy 1 spell or trap your opponent controls. Not too bad. This is your dragon mystical space typhoon, I guess. Looks like we don't have too much left, like two traps here, so we'll probably check them out too. Let me know in the comments if this is something you want to see more of course. I love looking at the art, you know, just collecting them, having them, you know, checking them out. And of course, you know, reading them up on effects, doing videos like this is fun times. So this one's Dragon Encounter. Let's see what it's about here. Hold on. When your opponent, requirement, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, special summon one monster dragon from your hand. Pretty good. So that's some pretty good bringing out power. I don't know how balanced like Rush Duel is, if there's like crazy strats. Obviously I haven't ripped it, but I do have 2 decks now, so if I get someone who's down, could be something in the future to rip. This one, or last one here, let me get to the bottom of the list. Counter-offensive Dragon Strike is what it is known as. Requirement, when a monster dragon you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster, send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You know, a little bit of clearing power, I guess. Overall, some pretty saucy stuff. You do gotta love that, that Rush Dragon Draggers. And you always got to know what, you know, it's interesting to kind of see what they look like in case, you know, we ever do get Rush Duel and we get, like, the translated names switched up or, you know, different things around, different stuff. But it was a pretty cool run through. I'm just kind of putting them back in order here. I don't know why. OCD, I guess. But good stuff. I will grab a sleeve for this boy. Like I said, let me know how you feel about these videos. Where am I? I got clear sleeves here somewhere. Grab a sleeve for this boy, why not? I don't know if he's really worth much, but might as well. Super parallel rare, fun times. Like I said, they'll let me know how you like these videos, especially the Rush Duel stuff where you can't read it, obviously, but if you enjoy me kind of going through and showing off Rush Duel stuff, getting an idea of it, and let me know if you've seen the TV show and how it's going so far, you know, the anime. And, other than that, like I said, check out my other content. I do deck profiles of, like, you know, real stuff, real English decks, TCG, as well as, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh guides, other Yu-Gi-Oh reviews and openings and such. All kinds of different Yu-Gi-Oh content. So like I said, make sure you check it out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like this video. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And other than that, thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we're coming at you with a fat tin opening, and this is your 25th quarter century, you know, Dueling Heroes tin. And it's got, you know, one of those classic boys on there from throughout the ages. Will come as a, you know, quarter century rare. There's all the details of, you know, exactly what sets they're pulling from and stuff. But, you know, I gotta love those tins. Anything, like I've said, that's like Millennium item stuff like that, or gold, I love. But, you know, this has a little bit of that gold essence. Plus, you get to see the, you know, the different characters, or different monsters. I don't know why I said character. Well, yeah, characters at the top. Monsters on the sides. Then you got a chance out for that quarter century rare. And, you know, a varying price nowadays, depending on their usability and, you know, whatever brings and ups and downs the prices of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But we'll bust straight into her, see if we can just kind of peel away at it here like a Christmas present. Like a Christmas present. Anyone get Yu-Gi-Oh for Christmas when they were a kid? Is that how you like partially got into it? Because that is definitely some of the stuff I would get. We're working her here, bringing out the box cutter to kind of help rip through it. These are some great little tins, though, you know, not too expensive nowadays if you can find them kind of extra stocked in places. We'll bust open, see what we got. Looks like Salamangreat Blaze Dragon. Not sure the exact price on him. I'm sure you guys will let me know. But, you know, some decent stuff right there for the extra deck. Not sure the exact value. Most of the cards are probably either going for like 3 to 10. So I'm assuming he's maybe somewhere in there, but you never know. Some of them are just nada bobada. So we'll pull out our mega packs here. Gotta love anytime they like a mega pack. You know what I mean? It's like Super Bowl Sunday. We'll set this up kind of to the side here. Maybe throw this at the back. And we got the mega packs here, of course. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And we'll bust open into them, see what we can rip out. Like I've said, not too sure on the values of some of the cards that are going on in here. So always, as always, let me know if you see something crazy value that I'm not really paying attention to, or, you know, if there's some kind of weird misprint or something like that, you know, let me know, because I'm not always paying attention as hardcore as I should be. Stars align across the Milky Way. Scareclaw Acro. We got a Labyrinth Coup Clock. Here, let me fly around here. Libromancer Displaced. Okay. Amazoness Secret Arts. Kagero the Cannon Ninja, not too bad of a ninja card. If you haven't seen my ninja deck profile, check that out, Munin the Runic Wings. Varian Stand Up. Scareclaw Arrival. Some more Bird of Perfection. By Steel Surrender. I think I'm probably butchering that. Muckraker from the Underworld, pretty good. Amazoness Silver Sword Master. Branded Expulsion. Ooh, Melfi Staring Contest. You know, we're working on that Melfi deck. It's coming along slowly. We'll throw that to the side for a shizzle. Labyrinth Archfiend. Oh, you know, I'm considering making a Labyrinth deck. I don't know what exactly goes into it, per se, but it'd be worth checking out. Did we skip anything? No, we didn't. Scareclaw Belone and Rika Con. Pretty legit. Throw those to the side. Bust open this other one. Gotta love these mega packs. They come with just so many cards, and from lots of different sets. So, you know, there's lots of opportunity for some upgrades. Maybe if you got a lot of wacky decks like I do, or if you're working on some kind of random stuff. And as always, if you like these tins, you know, I can probably get some more. So let me know in the comments if you're liking these, or if you maybe want to see me try and open some other stuff. Underworld Ritual of Prediction. Ice Jade Creation Kingfisher. Ooh, Baku the Beast Ninja is actually another decent little ninja card, so we'll throw that to the side, because I know that one we could maybe throw into the deck. Therian Cross. Dunnel the Noble Arms of Light. Scareclaw Splash. Ooh, the Bysteel Albalos. Just butchered it. Soul Scissors, crazy card. Love it. You gotta love it. Naturia Blessing. Pit Knight Early. Always welcome. It's a great little, you know, extra deck help piece. So throw that to the side. Therian King Regulus. Starving Venom. Predapower Fusion Dragon. Actually pretty hype out there. We're going to throw him to the side, because you never know. I'm not 100% sure what is worth some money, but I definitely know it's at least slightly useful to me. So, Exosister Returnia. Eka the Flame Buddy. What? Just a buddy. Dinomorphia Reversion. And Libromancer Mistagirl. So looking so good. You know, we got some decent looking pulls. If like I said, you know, anything of value or anything you see popping off, let me know, because there's too many cards to keep track of sometimes, and prices be changing like mad. Pull these out of here. Throw the pack to the side. Do you guys like preserve your packs when you, as much as you can when you open them, or you just kind of rip them open like I do? Well, let me know in the comments as well. And see if oh, they got that fresh Yu-Gi-Oh stank to them. Check out those you know, those El Dorado Maximum Golds or whatever. You know, they got the best stank on them. That's the premium stank if you're a smell enthusiast out here. Double Dust Tornado Twins. Brilliant Rose. Black Feather Whirlwind. Predaplant Biblisp. Pretty freaky deaky. Ooh, we got the Merry Melfies. Like I said, another welcome addition. I'll take any Melfi stuff. Slowly working that Melfi deck from whatever plus dollar store packs. Dinomorphia Brute. If you haven't seen my dollar store pack videos, make sure to check them out. You know, they're pretty popping on this channel, and I love opening them. Extra Pendulum. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. I've never really gotten into pendulum stuff, but you know, I'm getting there slowly. I know how to do it, but it's not really not really my kind of flow. And neither have I came across a deck that I was like, you know, I'll really get this going in there, other than maybe like Crystal Beasts. Morphtronic Converter. And that's more just for like mess around plays. Ice Jade Cosmo Chlor. Just because like the Crystal Master and stuff, and whatever their names are. Runic Destruction. Amazonas Pet Liger King. Another one of, you know, considered Amazonas cards. If there's any decks you do want to see me build or try my hand at, let me know in the comments as well. Don't forget to check out our Discord. You know, lots of stuff popping off over there. You know, link in the description. Vizas Starfrost. Grand Tusk Dragon. Pretty cool. Scareclaw Alternative. Libromancer Doombroker. DDD Rebel King Leonidas. Labyrinth Chandrag Lear. And a Propagandaki. Pretty good. I don't know, like it's supposed to be like propaganda. That's pretty good. So, you know, a couple decent ones that I can use for some stuff for sure. Plus, I have no clue what what the values on like 90% of this stuff is. So like I said, let me know. Also, you know, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit up my other videos, you know, lots of deck profiles, tin openings, box openings, stuff like that. Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY projects. And, you know, let me know how you like this video if you want to see another one of these tins. You gotta love the classic, like, actual metal tins where you can store some cards after. Maybe stuff you got, you know, it's good starter stuff for maybe a new player. Other than that, you know, like I said, make sure to check out the other content. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you can know when new content is coming out on the channel. And, thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today, we're back at it again with the dollar store packs. I know you guys love these. I love them too. So, you know, we always check them out every couple videos, see if they're popping off or not, see if we can maybe make some cash, you know. Unlikely, but still worth it. If this is your first time checking out the channel, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We do this a lot, as well as deck profiles, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY projects. We're currently in the middle of remaking Dungeon Dice Monsters as well. Lots of fun stuff like that. So like I said, make sure to subscribe. Otherwise, we'll get into it. Oh, we got this boy, Flogos. Looking pretty cool. As I've said before, I haven't really gotten to reptile stuff. All the Pot of Riches. Got no love in that Pot of Greed set. Still a cool card, you never know. Still looks nice. Lots of Upside Down boys. Flip Frozen, one of those classics that we just constantly pull. These are the boys, you know, you use for your remaking Dungeon Dice cards or just anything you can, any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY series in which I use commons that I don't really need. Deep Sea Artisan, Infernity Conjurer, Tri-Brigade Rendezvous. And as always, if you see anything of value that I don't catch, or, you know, you see any kind of weird defective cards, misprints, stuff like that, let me know in the comments. Phantazo's the Dream Mirror Friend. You know, it's not likely you'll pull something of value, if anything at all, but, you know, you do get some interesting cards, some weird tech, sometimes some actual decent stuff, just because there is so much, so many cards in so many sets. So even, like, you know, Monster Reborns and stuff like that, you might pull in these. You know, useful cards in basically any deck. You'll find them once in a while. Cyber Emergency. Kind of cool. Throw that in the interesting pile. As always, we kind of make an interesting pile. Ties of the Brethren will always take. And, you know, interesting could mean anything. Could be useful just to me in certain decks. I could just like what it's doing. Worth checking out. Giga Thunder Geeklops. Stardust Xiaolong, you know, we'll throw that in there. You never know if we'll get into a Stardust deck eventually. We did do our Wicked Gods deck profile update this week, either last video or a couple videos ago. Make sure to check that out. Love the Wicked Gods, always trying to make them better. Angel Statue Azurine. Pendulum Scale. Kind of wacky. I'll take it. I'll take it. Haven't got into pendulum stuff too hard, but it could happen in the future. Pendulums do have a lot of potential. Always take, you know, something that you can summon out as a trap. Get there making that deck someday that's just all traps or like all spells, stuff like that. All monsters. Tier Elements Meta Noise. As always, if there's something you want to see me make a deck around, you know, a certain archetype or kind of gimmick, let me know. I love making different decks. Magic Key Duo. Launcher Commander. Kind of classic-y. I remember using a cyber structure deck, I'm pretty sure. Magical Hound. We will take the Hidden Armory. There's definitely some potential there, especially when we're going in with those equip plays hardcore. Ghost Trick Fairy. I do want to make a Ghost Trick deck at some point. I don't know how much of that potential I have just from these, but I'm definitely working it up there. I've definitely gotten a decent handful of them. If you haven't seen, I have done like Gunkan Sue ships, Inzectors, stuff like that, that it was 99% from these packs, if not cards that like I just had copies of that I, you know, couldn't find the exact copies from the packs, basically, or didn't need to look for them, but basically decks completely comprised of cards from these. So they're worth checking out if you want to see some of the potential you could work into if you got enough of these packs like I do. Head of the Sun Magician. ZW Pegasus Twin Saber. Or, you know, especially make sure to, you know, let me know in the comments if you just see anything that's interesting to you, or if you have, you know, some lore behind it. Maybe you saw it in the anime, or you used it once to beat some dudes. Guitar Gernard's Duo. I'm not even going to say that. Very weird. I kind of like kind of reminds me like the Legend of Zelda dudes. What are they? I can't remember what they're called. I only remember like the Gorons or whatever. But you know what I mean. Majora's Mask. If you know what I'm saying. You know what, we'll throw them in the interesting pile just because. Dreamir Hypagogia. Magical Sumo Dice Games. Very strange. I kind of like it. We're gonna hold on to them. Interesting pile for shizzle. We get this thing a lot. Monster slots. Kind of funny, kind of cool. I kind of like it. Kind of a cool little. It's like a little gotcha machine for for monsters. I kind of like it. More of a card art kind of thing. Effects kind of cool too. Name. Block Attack. Classic. It's a speed dual boy. Proglio. You know, he's something. He's something. Not especially useful in like the Wicked Gods deck, but you know, he is just an extra deck monster. You know, if you need link plays, you need some link arrows, could be your man. At least for some like filler, you know what I mean, until you work out some full plays. Clear New World. Oh, Red Rain's pretty cool. We will hold on to that. I do want to make like a Stardust and a Red Dragon Archfiend kind of deck. Magic E-Dragon. Subterror Succession. It's actually a half decent card. I'll hold on to it possibly for the like flip Jowls of Dark Demise deck. Oh, digital bug. Little digital bug dude. Very cool, very cool. Hold on to that. Made a lot of the bug decks in Zector, you know, Bee Trooper. Digital Bug could be on the list next. This guy's pretty key. I saw him. We're going to pull him to the side. He's pretty key. Some people know why. You know, that rock deck. It's coming along. Dummy Golem. Haven't done an update on it in a while, but you can check out the one I did do if you want, the Dummy Golem deck. It's coming along. It's coming along. Alchemy Cycle. Infernoid. Sagetto. Also, don't forget to check out the KaibaHacksDartz Discord. You know, link in the description. Lots of cool discussions about all kinds of things. You know, remote duel tables and such. Bee Trooper landing, by the way. No, we have enough of those. Not that it's not interesting, but I know I have a decent amount of them. The Great Double Casted Caster. 2 non-effect monsters. Very cool, very cool. I'm liking it. I am liking it. Masked Hero Goka. No doubt. Dragoonity Knight. Go Foul Bar. Fire Opal Head. Let's see what we got here. Different Dimension Derby. Kind of cool. Inherently useful? Probably not. But I am liking that casted caster. Looks pretty cool. Could be teched into some things. Plus it can attack directly. You know, that's one of my favorite effects out here. Oh my god. Backwards cards, non-backwards cards. Red Gadget. I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, lots of potential there. Obviously, Gold Gadget and like Silver Gadget, you need some more of the plays and stuff to get it fully boosted as it can be, but it's a good start for some gadget stuff. Go do. Spriggan's Captain Sargus. Sargus. Do a flip ski here. For how long, I don't know. Fernity Wildcat. I think there's some weird stuff with this guy, but I don't know. Although the old Gizmek Bunny Rabbit. You get that guy constantly. I hate constantly flipping these, but we do it. Mask Change. We'll take it. So you know what I mean? Some stuff that's just half decent, like you can't deny it. You're doing some hero mask stuff. Why not? Code Generator. Looks kind of cool. Dark Magician Girl. See what I'm saying? You get some nice stuff. That cool art. I love it. I'll actually take that 100%. Dark Magician Girl for the wiggies. Could be worth something. You never know. Reincess Wonder Heat. Wonder Heart. Wonder Heat. Kind of cool. Ice Jade Tanola. Cyber Emergency. We'll throw that in. Throw that in again. Like I've said before, if you kind of get a couple packs from the same store or the same kind of bundle, you'll start to get a few of those little gems a couple times again. You know what I mean? You'll start to see some repeats, but sometimes you'll never see something twice. Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew. See, like this guy we get constantly, the Silver Vine Senri. You know, not too bad, but it is what it is. Ravenous Croco Dragon. Pretty poppin'. We'll take it. I mean, he looks pretty cool. The Flying Red Carp. You know, we decimated one of these. I always like to mention it in the How to De-Ink Yu-Gi-Oh cards video. Made them our own. Unauthorized boot up device. The Fuma Wave. The FEMA Wave. Very cool. Looks like we're flipping. Insector Exostag. We got so many of these boys. We pull him a lot. Not that he's bad, but Don't have too many uses for them right at the moment, other than just Insectors. Forbidden Apocrypha. Kind of weird. Could have uses. AIQ. Ice Jade Creation. Whatever. Oh, the Gren Maju. See, we'll take that Gren Maju. That's actually really dope. It's really dope. Maybe make a Gren Maju deck. I think I got a couple of them that we might have to pull some more. Beautiful, though. Take that Gren Maju. That's a good, good little wrap-up kind of piece that we're pulling into. Crusadia Spatha. Spatha. Reptilian Recoil. Could be cool. If you got into the reptile plays, I guess. Dark Factory of More Production. Kind of cool. I kind of like it. I think it's got the Mokis being turned into like blood or something. 100% for card art. Effect, maybe. Raiders Unbreakable Mind. Pegasus Twin Saber. The Rage of the Kairos, and, you know, kind of cool, And this guy, King's Court, Golden Eyes Idol. We get this guy a lot. We also did a King's Court box opening. Don't forget to check that. We'll run through quick what we pulled in the interesting pile. See what's popping. Like I said, let me know if you saw anything of value or, you know, misprints, defects, stuff like that. Dark Factory of Murder Production, the Grand Maju Daiza, Ravenous Croco Dragon, Cyber Emergency, that Ulti-Art Dark Magician Girl is pretty poppin', Mass Change, Red Gadget, the Great Double Casted Caster, I'm liking indeed, could have some weird potential. This little tech piece here, Digital Bug Corbagi, Subterror Succession, Red Rain, Proglio. The Monster Slots is a dope little card. I love the art on it. Musical Sumo Dice Games, which is I just love it. Guitar Grenards Duo, Hidden Armory, Altergeist, Umulutif or whatever, Pendulum Scale, the Stardust Xylong, Ties of the Brethren, and finally the Cyber Emergency. So, you know, some decent cards, decent little tech pieces, different gimmicky stuff, all very nice. I like to get into those little cards. The pile isn't as big as the last couple ones, but that's okay. You know, it's about the experience, the fun pulls, the journey, not the destination, as they say. And, you know, make sure to check out my other dollar store pack opening videos. You know, I do have a pack opening playlist that's basically everything that I've opened, you know, boxes, dollar store packs, all that stuff. Make sure to check it out. And, you know, make sure to check out my other series, like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY projects, deck profiles, all of that different stuff, plus new videos here and there all the time, new series ideas and stuff. So make sure to check it out, like I said. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace. What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Today, we're here with another, you know, pack opening, a similar special to what we do on the down low, the dollar store packs, Dollar Tree packs. We got the Walmart packs. We've done this before, you know, we've hit them up. But, you know, it's hard to get a scientific, you know, opinion on something without hitting it a couple times, you know, quote unquote. But of course, if you like these kind of videos, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know, hit up the previous time we did this. See if we can get some crazy pulls. And as always, if there's anything I missed, you know, of value and or, you know, maybe a misprint, defective card, something interesting, maybe a cool backstory, let me know. These say that they come with 15 cards, 1 foil card, 1 rare. We'll see how that goes, see if we actually get 15 cards per each. And if it's worth it. We already got like a chewed on piece of trash here. Yugioh Punk Rising Carp. I don't know, it could be good, but I think I've seen him before in like dollar store packs, which doesn't bode well. Cyber Dragon, we'll take it, you know. I guess we'll make an interesting pile here with him being the start. We've definitely seen this guy in dollar store packs, as well as Zexal Intrust. Move them to the side. We did see our rare card. I assume there's still a foil in here. And I haven't been counting. What do we go? We're up to 4. 5th card. Magic-y Mech Mortar. Glazer. Some kind of mystical beast of the forest here, which we'll take. We're working on some, you know, beastie decks. Stuff like that. Well, interesting pilot. Albion the Shrouded Dragon. Pretty cool. I don't think I've seen it in like dollar store packs, Dollar Tree packs before, so obviously it's a bit of a switch up. Bee Trooper Assault Roller we'll take. We love the Bee Trooper. We're gonna have an update for that deck coming soon. Till then, you know, check out the previous one. Magic-y Locking. Materaciator Gigaboros. It's a pretty dope name. No doubt. It seems pretty specific to the archetype, whatever you like to call it. Magic-y Dragon Andra Bimmy. Close enough. Same guy. Rocket Caliber. A lot of this stuff we have seen in previous, you know, repackaged packs. Stay Sailor Romarian. Sun Avalon. Malias. We've seen a lot of the other Sun Avalon cards. It's kind of new sauce, I guess. We'll take it. Fairy Archer Gunner. I kind of like it. Kind of feeling it. And Fallen of Agrios, which is kind of cool. Getting lots of fallen stuff. Let me just kind of square this pile off. Good time to tell you know, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like this content. Hit that little notification bell so you're notified when future stuff comes out. As well as we have a pretty dope little membership program. You know, the join buttons right beside the subscribe button, right around there. And for a few dolans, you know, you can support the channel and get some cool perks as well. As well as, you know, bonus content and such. Next we got, a Reckless Greed, which is pretty dope. Did we even get a foil from that one? Here, I want to, before we go too far, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I might have miscounted. 1, 2, 3. There's 16 cards. No foil. Pretty cool as far as I'm seeing, unless I missed it here. Killer. We'll see what this next one's got. Reckless Greed, like I said, we will take, actually. Pretty dope. Cyber Dragon as well. Spell Purification. It's kind of funky. Kind of like the art on it. As well as, I don't know if I've shown this off in a video yet, my Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo. Let me know if you know the name of this card. It's the OCG art of it. Castle Walls. We will take this for a very specific reason. Zen Merch. Cool times. Bark of Dark Ruler. I like it. Kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm feeling it. There could be some fun uses there. Stonehenge Methods. Want to face up Chronomaly? I don't know. I haven't really gotten to Chronomaly stuff. Let me know how you feel about them. As always, if there's any stuff you see that's interesting, maybe you want to see me make a deck around, you know, gimmicks or archetypes, let me know. And I can hook it up. Last minute cancel. When an opponent's monster declares an attack. Okay. You know, we'll take it. There could be some, like, clown potential there, maybe, or something. I don't know. Block Spider. I love all the block cards. I don't know if there's any too much crossover there, but it's still fun. Fun playing with like little Lego dudes. Performal Pal, Part Naga. Alright. Artifact Chakram. Artifact Fail Not. I was like, I think that's another artifact, so we'll just look at it. We got Super Heavy Samurai Big Waraji. Well, you know, we'll take it. Looks kind of fun. Well, interesting pilot. Looks like we're getting kind of like doubles of like archetype stuff, not like double cards, but 2 Super Heavy Samurais. We just got 2 artifacts before this, you know what I mean? Soulbreaker. You know, why not? Interesting pile. Non-interesting pile. Pradap. Yeah, boy. Do a little Pradap on him. We'll move into this last one. Just in case you don't know, maybe it's your first video, or, you know, you haven't tuned in a while. We do lots of different content, you know, deck profiles, pack openings of, like, non-repackaged stuff, you know, stuff straight from Konami, you know, stuff like that, as well as, you know, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Tip videos, DIY projects, all kinds of different Yu-Gi-Oh! Content coming out pretty consistently. So I recommend you subscribe, you know, hit that noti bell. Insect Imitation will always take. Just a very useful card, basically, in every insect deck. Destiny Hero Plasma. Pretty cool. I don't know if we'll interesting pile him. He's the speed duel one, which is pretty funny. Set Rotation. Also kind of spicy. Ground Collapse. I kind of like it. We're going to interesting pile it. Bujin Condescence. The Fabled Bonk. We see this guy in Dollar Tree packs left and right. Probably like 50 of them. Arrow Picks 3. We see this card a lot as well. Oh, we're getting a lot of dollar store non-sensory. Stellar Wind. Wolf Red. I almost said Dollar Wind. Bee Trooper Landing. You know, it's not terrible, not amazing. But I do believe this guy has some sauce to him. At least in terms of reptile stuff. Yeah, he's got some fun sauce to him, so we're gonna interesting pile him. The only reptile stuff we've really gotten into is our Feral Imp deck, and it's pretty fun. I recommend you check it out. That's all I can say. Heavy Bee Trooper Mighty Neptune. We're gonna run it. Get it in the interesting pile. It looks like there's a second one there. Performal Pal, Metal Foes, Azortless. I don't think we've gotten like a single foil card throughout any of this, and I stopped counting them because who knows. But a double, pretty good. The Gunkin Sous Ship Daily Special. We will interesting pile. I'm assuming at this point we have more than 3 for the second one I'm building to either, I don't know, tech out or sell, or let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, me selling decks, some of the stuff you see on the channel. But finishing up with the Gunkin Sous Ship Shiryu, we definitely like that. We like that out here. We'll throw that in the interesting pile. So we'll do a quick run through the interesting pile. We'll let you see it. Like I said, if there's any cool things you think I missed, anything of value, I know some people like to try and find the most value card throughout the video, and they'll name it in the comments. Some people like to do that, you know, a little game. Let me know if that's something you're down to and what you find. Otherwise, I think they were half decent, you know, not amazing. Mostly same range in terms of stuff of the dollar store packs. So I'd say, like usual, lean more towards them if these are your kind of packs in general. But otherwise, it was pretty decent, not terrible. You can definitely get more bang for your buck from the dollar store packs. They're a bit cheaper. I think these are like $5-6 each. But not too bad. Like I said, if you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments. And like I also said, we do the dollar store, Dollar Tree. We've done Value Village packs. We might start to hit up some other kind of weird spots where you maybe don't check out as much, maybe like Chapters or like EB Games, you know, stuff like that, or GameStop or whatever it's called, you know what I mean? Same stuff. But other than that, you know, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace.